Hey, how's it going? I'm Kip. I am the technical representative within Rocky Mountain Bicycles. And here we have our newly refreshed and redesigned Rocky Mountain Altitude. So the Altitude is our enduro platform bike. So it is the bike that wants to go down the techiest, the gnarliest trails you can find at however fast you want to take it. So big departure or a big change up for the Altitude going into 2024 is this new model and freshly redone suspension design, which is a big departure from our previous iteration. So a couple key goals with the Altitude was to make this bike even more of that full-fledged enduro bike. So when it comes to those techie trails, it's going to have a longer wheelbase and it's going to be more stable on techie trails. It's going to have a lower center of gravity, so it's going to make turning a lot easier. And then it's going to offer a really stiff chassis, so it's going to be extra stable at speed and chunky terrain. So a couple of things we did to achieve that was we have a whole new suspension design here. So it is what we call our LC2R suspension design, and it is our version of a virtual pivot. So the goals is it's going to isolate the pedaling forces, so it's not going to be the suspension, not going to be influenced by your pedaling, but you're still going to have plenty of active suspension coming from the rear end from any trail input coming in. So whether you're going up a techie trail climbing or hitting rough trail, you're going to have a good active suspension without it getting bogged out from your pedaling influence. Another big goal with the LC2R was to have two short linkages for the suspension to make for a really stiff chassis. So having these two short links centrally located in the frame and low in the frame is giving it a really low center of gravity. So better, it's going to be a lot easier to angle the bike in corners. It's also going to make a stronger junction between the front and rear triangle. So that adds to that stiffness. Unique thing to our VPP, or what our LC2R, which is a VPP, is going to be the concentric bottom bracket that rotates the bottom bracket shell. So that is that lower link that rotates this way with this upper link rotating this way. So those are those counter rotating links to make up the LC2R. The cool thing of this is it offers a very compliant suspension design in rough terrain. So with the goal with Rocky is to still have active suspension in any gearing and wherever you are on the trail. So whether you're going uphill again or downhill, you're going to have plenty of compliance from the rear end. Other cool features with the LC2R design is the overall suspension kinematic. So the goal with the suspension kinematic was to offer more usable travel and better mid-range support in that active travel range that enduro riders and people who ride aggressively tend to sit in. As far as adjustability, which is a big thing with Rocky Mountain bikes, is we do have a lot of cool features integrated into the frame to personalize the bike to the rider. Is we have a Ride 4 chip, so you have almost a degree of angle adjustment within the Ride 4 with 4 different spots you can clock the chip to adjust the head angle, the seat tube angle, bottom bracket drop, and almost 10 millimeters of reach adjustment. Located at the back here, which is a little tucked in, is a mullet chip or a flip chip on our medium to extra large models. So you'll be able to go 27.5 rear wheel on the back if you like. And then cool feature that's new on our 2024 models is a headset reach adjustment. So this is, you have plus or minus 5 reach adjustment to lengthen, or shorten the cockpit, depending on what the rider wants to do. And then unique to Altitude as well is going to be a size-specific rear triangle. So small bikes get a smaller rear end, mediums get a medium size, and large and extra large get a little bit longer rear end. So again, going to make for a balanced ride. And again, the Altitude is our enduro bike. It's 160 millimeters of travel in the back, 170 millimeters of travel up front, and it's our version of that bike that can still pedal uphill very effectively in a comfortable manner. But when it gets time to going downhill, it wants to go as fast as possible.